Hello, my fabulous sixth graders, and this is currently our vocab video for kinetic energy transfer, and it's the learning target. I can recall specific vocabulary, i.e. system, energy, transfer, motion, electricity, light, sound, and heat. So if that is what you were looking to complete, you have found the right place. So our vocab for this unit or this section of quarter one is talking about the system. So when we define a system, and we define this back when we did the pendulums as well, so it's two or more events or actions that repeats. So like we talked about here, some examples of our system would be like the pendulum, so that you have the arm, the pendulum arm, the mass at the bottom. We used the penny when we did the experiment. That's called a system. So it's predictable. It's two or more events or actions that are going to repeat. So it's going to swing back and forth, have so many cycles, etc., depending on the length. In addition to that, another type of a system would be the marble and ramp. So we had the marble, the different size marbles, the ramp, the little, some of y'all called it a cheese block, so the little ramp, and then we have the runway at the end. No matter what we were doing with that experiment, that is the system. It's the ramp, okay? Energy, this is this one is a repeat. So it's that ability to cause a change in matter, the ability to do work. Again, they're moving bikini bottom across, all right? Now, when I originally wrote this, this learning target and the vocab and all that, when we originally looked at this, I just wanted you to make sure that you knew what the word transfer meant. But then as I was thinking about this, as I was making this video, I wanted it to actually be talking specifically about the transfer of energy. So we talked about this last week in 2.2 on our lab day, and it's the transfer of energy. So I have a movement of energy from an object with more energy. So in this video, it's the marble that they release. The other marble is sitting still, or it's stationary, right? And then the kinetic energy is that energy of motion. It transfers into the stationary marble, making the marble move. So it's the movement of energy from an object with more energy to an object with less energy, okay? Motion is, again, this should be a vocab review word. We use this word, I think, it's in either investigation 1.1 or 2.1, but this is a change in the position of an object. So this would be where this dog is in a different place as it's walking. So it's in motion. If you remember me talking about it, I was walking around the room. I was like, I'm in a different place now than I was before. So I am currently in motion. So it just means that the object is in a different place than it was when it began moving, all right? Electricity. So electricity is that flow of electrical power or charge. I feel like you guys know that. But this wire on the video or on the GIF is showing us that electrical power, the flow of that electrical power, making that light turn on. All right, light is a form of energy made from photons. So we'll talk more about this when we talk about waves in whatever quarter that is, I think 4. But these dots right here, and I'm going to get a pen. These dots right here are actually like photons, and then they're going through this prism, and then it's being made up into visible light, but this is how we see things. So I'll talk more about this, but just know that light is a form of energy made from photons. Sound is caused by vibrations that travel through the air. Fun fact, sound waves actually travel slower than light waves. They travel slower than light waves. I will never forget it. I was in Florida. I think it was honestly maybe in middle school. And the wave, I went and saw a space shuttle launch into the air. And it was the weirdest thing because I saw the shuttle going into the air before I actually heard it. And that was because light waves got to my eyes faster than the sound waves across the water. Now you know. All right. Heat is the transfer of energy of faster moving particles to slower moving particles. So when I go from moving faster to moving slower, that's how I get heat, and that's how heat actually forms, or how we get heat. Heat's a type of a form of energy. It also can be called thermal. And that's a wrap. So I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see my fabulous sixth graders back here very soon.